Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here. Welcome back to a new video. So I've been taking it a little bit slower with drama watching and drama reviews, but recently I've watched a couple dramas. I've been enjoying them, so let's talk about them. Let's start off with the Chinese dramas. First off, we have Love in Flames of War. This one, honestly, it wasn't the strongest start for me. It took me around like 4 to 5 episodes to really get into it. This is a Chinese Republican romance drama with military, war, etc. The pacing is quite slow at the beginning, but it really does pick up afterwards. So I would say that if you're watching this based off of the trailer, there's a lot of melodrama. Most of that stuff is shot like way past, I think, like the 20-30 episode mark. And because it's 40 episodes, I guess the pacing isn't the worst thing ever, but just don't go in expecting it to be crazy dramatic or really like fast-paced at the beginning. I think that something that's good about this is that it shows the build-up of the relationship. So the first few episodes, like you see them and their reactions. Basically, her reaction is pretty normal, I would say. She's not annoying either, which I like. He's a bit more different and humanizing than a lot of dramas I've watched in this type of setting where, let's just say, like Fall in Love, comparing that to this one. That one is Commander Tan. He was like super charismatic from the start, and he's kind of a douchebag sometimes. And over here, you have the male lead who, even though he has his playboy ways and maybe he's not the most serious person all the time, but he does grow as a person, and you definitely see that in the span of just like the first 10 to 12 episodes. I'm currently 14 episodes in, and so far I would say it gets better and better, and it's actually very addictive. What I like about this drama is the male lead's family. They're not your typical like over-the-top dramatically like villainized people. Like sometimes in these dramas you usually have like a very bad relationship with the parents, either that he was like neglected or the parents just don't understand him. But here, even though there's moments where they really go in on him and yell at him and do all these things, there's also some sweeter moments where you see him like tucking him in without the male lead knowing, and just those little details I think brings a lot of realism to the characters. I really like the stepmother in this drama too. They treat the female lead really well with kindness and respect. Truly like no drama from the family side of the things, which is great. For me, I really started enjoying it around the intense military training portion. It's what you expect, a nobleman who comes in kind of jaded, always challenging authorities, maybe used to getting whatever he wants, but ends up learning the hard way, which allows him to grow. And there's so many fascinating moments too, like the intense military exercises. If you like squad moments, his 2 sidekicks or like 2 best friends are pretty awesome too. It's not really romance heavy until the marriage happens, but it's not like dreadful to get there like so many other dramas. Also, the OST is so catchy, especially the like first opening song. I really like the mix of like traditional opera, and it's just so cool. The costumings, the house, it looks pretty good. And altogether, I'm enjoying this. It's currently at an 8 out of 10 for me, but it might even go higher the more I watch it. I'm currently on episode 14 and just slowly watching it. Next is a drama that I wasn't sure if I wanted to watch the whole thing and just review it in one go, or put out a first impressions video on it, since I'm like way past the halfway point. I'm like basically caught up. I'm talking about When You Be Me. This is a web drama and it has a good casting, just because I've seen Cdrama, the male lead, in a couple of dramas, and just body swap dramas always are appealing for me because you can always make the funniest moments. I really enjoyed The Day of Becoming You, but to be honest, after watching this drama, I think I enjoyed this one a lot more, just because how simplistic it is. So you follow 2 people, very opposite. The male lead is your popular rich kid in high school, and the female lead is your goody 2-shoes, poor family, trying to do her best to help her family. And yeah, one day they swap bodies, of course, and shenanigan ensues. Let's just say that every single aspect of this drama so far, I'm like around episode 15 now, was so enjoyable. Honestly, not a dull moment. I think that they paced it so well. It's only 24 episodes. And you would think that the body swap genre will be, I don't know, like these tropes will be kind of repetitive, but it's actually not. I feel like it lands every time, every single joke, every single scene. I feel like it's because they don't go so over the top with it. And there's some really, really wholesome moments, like family connections and just things that more on the male lead side, I would say, because he really grows the most compared to the female lead. They do balance each other out. Since the female lead is so sweet and nice, he kind of helps her stand up for herself a little bit more once they body swap. There's so many funny moments in here, and there's also very light romantic scenes, and it feels so natural. Absolutely obsessed with this drama. This is probably my favorite drama so far. The family dynamics are adorable, especially the male leads, like dad and also the brother. So the brother is literally the most extra guy ever. He literally goes out of his way and does the most for his brother, and it's kind of adorable. There's never even one moment where I doubt who is in whose body. It's so brilliantly acted. I feel like if you haven't seen this drama, you definitely have to check it out. It's so refreshing, even though we've seen body swap dramas before. Such a blast, so much fun. Absolutely in love with this drama. Yeah, go watch it. Second favorite drama to watch, which is like the perfect one to watch if you're watching When You Be Me, or maybe watch it after the whole drama airs, is from Now On Showtime. This drama, I randomly started it just because I really like the male lead, Park Hae-jin, and it's been a while. I think the last drama I've watched with him is In She's in the Trap, and I heard great things. I heard that it's funny, it's a little bit wacky, it's a supernatural rom-com mystery, and yeah, it's so much fun. So my little synopsis on this is that this is about a magician who has the ability to see ghosts. He's from this genius line of the descendants of ghost-seeing shamans, and he is now the most famous, or one of the most famous magicians. And this is because he sees, it's so funny how it happens, he sees ghosts, so he employs these ghost spirits to work for him, and they just lift stuff up, and he pretends that he has magic, and it's just genius if you think about it. He encounters the female lead, a hot-headed cop, and they end up working together to crack some cases. If you like the drama The Master's Son, I feel like you'll really like this one. Or even if you're watching tomorrow and you need a very, very lighthearted comedic version of it, this is the perfect one. I laughed so hard, especially with the Ghost Squad moments. It's really upbeat, addictive, and all in all is a good time. Jin Ki is pretty great, but she never had too many big dramas, and she's very natural in this role without coming off as being pretentious or annoying, trying to be this like tough bad cop. She actually takes it really well and starts believing him because he kind of like freaks her out with his paranormal tricks. This is really up there on one of my favorite dramas too. I would say right now, enjoyment wise, it's like also a 9 out of 10, but we'll see the second half. Okay. And last but not least is Our Blue. This one is just so unique to me. Honestly, such a good month for me to be watching dramas. Oh, and before we actually get into Our Blues, I do have to say I've seen comments, and I know I was so excited to watch The Wind Blows from Longxi, but right now, clearly, I'm not in the mood for really something so compact, complex, and dense. I always love those types of stories, but I checked out 2 episodes. It's really dense, and since I'm not in the mood, I'll put it off for now, and I think I'll enjoy it way more when I'm back into that mystery mood. I did just finish a couple of mystery dramas, and now I'm more into refreshing ones or just rom-coms in general. But yeah, whenever I do end up watching The Wind Blows from Longxi, I will definitely make a video on it. But if you're watching, if you completed it, let me know your thoughts on the drama as a whole. Yeah, let's continue talking about Our Blues. Our Blues has 20 episodes. This is a unique one just because in general, it's set in a beautiful island of Jeju Island, and it's also like formatted in a way where every character has their moment to shine, but it's like separate. It's called anthology. So if you're not familiar with that, you might find it odd. And unfortunately, a lot of people kind of dropped this drama because they were hoping to see some of their favorite couples, and it didn't show up until way later on. And that's just how it works. It kind of starts with a buffer episode. So like one episode, the first episode, is they introduce a little bit of every single character, the slice of life, just to get you into the mood and just like a tease of what's gonna come. Next, they go into one story for like 2.5 episodes. Then they do it again with another buffer, like here's a little bit more of a tease, and then we'll go on to a different story, a different couple. This cast is absolutely phenomenal. If you just see the casting, like they're all A-list stars, and it's a TVN production with Netflix, so high budget, looks very cinematic and beautiful. This is kind of deep, depressing, full of like, I don't know, just like a mellow vibe and maybe nostalgic even. If you watch dramas like My Mister, which has the same writer, you would know it's not as depressing for sure, because there's a lot of beautiful moments, there's a lot of funny moments as well. How I would just describe this is just life, honestly. This drama is life on an island, and just the characters' issues, I guess. Everybody has issues, and I guess a lot of times we like to watch fun dramas to escape from that, but some of these messages and some of these very real issues are quite powerful too, and it's good to watch. I think that this one is a little bit more balanced when it comes to genre, tones, feelings, and mood compared to My Liberation Note, which I checked out, and that one was like completely sad. This one, I feel like it gives you a very homey, cozy, small town feeling, almost like a sitcom sometimes. I do love that the first couple is actually not one of the younger cast or the people that you're probably here for. Kim Woo-bin, Shin Min-ah, Han Ji-min, and Kim Byung-hun. You actually get a very touching story and a very addictive one too. I feel like it's just so top-notch in terms of quality, beautiful nature shots. They did so well with just telling us the history of these characters, making you get so invested in just like 1 to 2 episodes. The OST is amazing. And yeah, I really like that the first couple isn't your typical beautiful couple. They're like the older couple, and you'll be surprised by how things play out. And let's just say I'm really impressed with this drama. Even though I can see why a lot of people have mixed ratings or feelings about this, I thought this is so good and is one of the best written and produced dramas I've seen so far. If you want to check it out, I would say watch around 4 episodes and maybe take a break. Just watch the drama as in the chunks of everybody's story and the buffers episodes. So maybe just binge like 4 episodes in one go. It can be depressing, but it's also a very refreshing palate cleanser for me in between so many other airing dramas. Of course, pick the other dramas that I talked about, but this one is truly, I think, an underdog and is a hidden gem, so do check this out. And I'll probably take the next few weeks to just catch up to all the dramas I'm watching, Who Rules the World, Tomorrow, Again My Life, and of course the ones talked about here too, and you'll probably see them all in a giant, probably end of the month or even next month, like early next month, final review. So unless a drama comes out that I'm super excited about, I don't think I'll be picking up anything new this month since I have a lot on my plate. But if you have any recommendations or hidden gems, I will write them down and check it out whenever I can, and I'll see you guys in the next video.